We had tried counseling before, and basically we were told, you guys should break up. Part, and it works well enough so that, we've been together 13 years and we've been married for 7 years. So yeah, it's working.
So
it was really helpful to have the tools, the needs and the feelings, and just to have those tools whenever we have conflict or confrontation. It's another kind of thing in the tool belt to go to when you're
I think I keep coming back to the islands. The islands of that. This is what my current needs and wants, and now sometimes we're on the same island, sometimes we're on different island. That's a helpful little metaphor, and that's a little tool that I use quite a bit.
Yeah, when you're aware of which island you're on and they're on, then it's easier to connect. Was there anything about the class you particularly liked?
You offered us a safe haven, a comfort, a realness that really helped us just feel very comfortable and accept what you were talking about. We all seem to be looking for the same thing, so that was just really helpful to feel like we had just joined a team with you.
For me, I think it was just kind of learning to connect with Steve and learning to understand his needs versus my needs, and we're so different.
We're all unique, just like everybody else.
And then learning that what his needs were, was so just extremely helpful to me. And I try and come back to that, especially when there is conflict, to understand him. And you were just like, you really care about each other. I just see how much you care about each other. And I think that was the basis of, we have a relationship here we can nurture. You help me understand, Steve.
And by no means are we now experts in nonviolent communication. We're not. But just the conversations that we had and being aware of it, I still will dip back in, but just we're busy and our lives go on. But just the tools that we got from you.
Yeah, even just this morning, like the stop and think, and think about his needs, and his need is to be alone, to have his own time. To be alone. And so it was like, just back off and don't say anything and let him have his space, and and just knowing that helps. It helps tremendously.
Yeah, otherwise you're guessing. And
or me.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you remember the 7 stages of relationship?
We definitely feel each other's differences, be something that they're not, trying to see them for where they are, who they are, approach them that way. What am I inserting? What's my story? And just a lot of that's just kind of back down and just give it a little air, and remember that I just do love her, of course, and that's where the language that works the best is going to come from. So if I can wait until I'm there, it's best. It doesn't always work, but the goal.
Well,
it works for the most part, and it works well enough so that we've been together 13 years and we've been married for 7 years. So yeah, it's working.
Yeah, that's one of the things that struck me when Marshall Rosenberg was the one who suggested that I use Daphne Kingsman's book. And the part in it that I loved the most was the part that says, we fall in love with someone and we think we found the perfect person who's going to make us happy ever after. But our soul had a different idea. We found the person who's going to irritate us the most in the way we need to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love to.
We're good at
irritate
irritating each other.
Well, it sounds like you reached the final stage of unconditional love.
Yeah, through everything. That's one of the rock solid parts that I feel in myself. It always comes down to, wow, I gotta get out of here, right? Blah, blah, all the chatter that goes on in your head when you're in that excited state. But what it always comes down to is just like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm home. This is the person I'm home with. And I feel the same thing. We definitely still get to the point where we're walking away from each other, scratching our heads, going, I don't even know what. But it always comes back. So.
Yeah. Those moments. That's when the fruit of finding the person who's irritating me most in the way we need to grow, and the fact that you're going there and you're talking to each other and you're looking for each other's needs. That's the magic. That's the magic. So tell me a little bit about what you do, Steve. And I don't know what you're doing either, Samantha.
I am currently going to school. I'm getting finishing my bachelor's. I'm doing it in writing. I'm going to Goddard. You get to do it your own way, and I'm doing it my own way. I'm doing a lot of writing. I'm on several boards in town here. Very active in the performing arts community. We just did a play, a COVID play with masks and all that, but we did one anyway.
Yeah.
I've written a bunch of plays. Some of them have been performed in the online. I'm looking forward to getting them on stage, live audiences, whenever we can break with that. Hey, I'm all for the protocol. If we're wearing masks on stage, well, that's how I'm going to do it. But
yeah,
can't wait until that's over.
That's so interesting. I studied playwriting when I went to school.
Yeah.
And I looked at the plays that I had written and that had been produced and decided that there wasn't any wisdom in them.
Yeah.
So I decided to go out and have as many different life experiences as I possibly could. And I pulled that off.
Yeah, good.
And I thought I would write plays at this time in my life, and maybe I will.
Right.
But I just this passion for NVC is what drives me and what I enjoy the most. And I did have a chance. I was part of the Performing Arts, Bellingham Academy of Performing Arts, and got to direct and act in a lot of plays. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
But it was expensive. We barely made ends meet and stuff like that. But obviously we weren't doing it for the money. We were doing it for the pleasure and the thrill of being on the boards and impacting people.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the arts don't pay as well as they should.
We should have been born in Canada.
I know, right?
Yeah, because they fund the arts, and so therefore the people are really good at it because they're not getting rich, but they don't have to worry about paying the rent. And
yeah. That's where I come in. I work at Norwich University. I'm an assistant registrar there. So it's the oldest military college, 4-year military college in the United States in Northfield, Vermont.
So I'd love to come and teach nonviolent communication there.
Oh, we need it.
Yeah.
Most of our students are at some point deployed. So yeah.
And God, I come from a military family, and my father was a lieutenant colonel, retired as a colonel, And my little baby boy is now a lieutenant colonel and a PhD, and he's teaching at the Air Force War Academy in what's that state, Alabama.
Wow.
So,
Right on.
yeah. I think I'll stop the recording now.